Hello my wonderful friends and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be reacting to Netflix's You Can't Ask That Short Stature edition. You may have seen a few weeks ago I did the same video, but I was reacting to the wheelchair edition and you guys seemed to really enjoy it and you wanted to see more. So here we are. Make sure you hit subscribe because I'll be doing more reaction videos just like this one. They have a deaf episode, blind person episode. They also have a Down syndrome episode as well. And I thought that this would be a great way to educate ourselves and highlight some interesting questions that people in these groups get asked. Now, if you're unsure as to what You Can't Ask That is all about, it's a series on Netflix which was first released in Australia in 2016, where controversial questions were gathered from the public and they were set to their respective groups. There are so many episodes to choose from, ranging from transgender, Muslim people, reality TV stars, and centenarians, to name but a few. I really do love these kind of videos because it really does give you a different insight into different disabilities. Let's go.
Is dwarf tossing okay?
Here we go.
Okay, I'll ask you the first question.
So just like the wheelchair user episode, we see people coming in and instantly you can see that they are people of short stature.
Midget, dwarf, little person. What should I call you?
Okay, full disclaimer here. Just because I am disabled, it doesn't mean that I know everything there is to know about every disability. I am only human. But I have to say, I am never confident in what a person with a short stature should be called.
This is the question that I get asked the most.
My name is Blake. There's the first star.
There's many different types of shortness.
We both have dwarfism.
I say I have a medical condition of dwarfism, so dwarf is okay.
I'm 3'4", or 104 centimeters. Me and my sister are the only ones in the world that have this kind of shortness where we're both fully proportional.
So that's interesting. We have 4 or 5 different people who are of short stature, who kind of maybe identify a little bit differently, which we'll see a little bit more as we go on.
I came from Philippines. In my country, I just know it as midget, which is really a bit, it hurts, of course.
What's interesting with the lady from the Philippines, shocking, that is one of the ones that I know is not to be used. And she finds it quite hurtful as well. And it just shows, that there are different terms in different countries. For example, in Dubai, disabled people are known as people of determination. So it's interesting to see how different countries and cultures have different languages around disability.
It was a way to sell little people in the thing, and it actually comes from, it just means small. Midget just means small.
To be honest, I don't care, as it depends how it comes across. For example, yes, stupid midget. I mean, come on, that deserves a good punch in the head. When people shout out midget in the street, I just don't pay attention because to me it's not funny, and if they think it's funny, then they're idiots.
We've got Blake here who's like, I don't really mind as long as it's not used in a derogatory term. And it kind of reminds me within the disability community how there are some people who have reclaimed this word and would use that word to describe themselves. However, that wouldn't be my choice of word. And it just goes to show how people are very different.
There's all different support groups all around the world, and each support group has a different name as well. In Australia, it's called the Short Stature People of Australia. Then in the UK, it's called Restricted Growth Association of UK, and then in America, it's called Little People of America.
Going back to talking about how different words are around the world, all of those support groups have very different phrases.
We can't internationally come to a common term, then what obviously is our condition meant to be called?
That is a very valid point. To be honest, I'm still none the wiser. Use a person of short stature or a person with dwarfism. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts.
Let's get another question. All right, is kneeling down to talk to you inappropriate?
I love this question because we get this in the wheelchair using community as well. And I've had this conversation open up on my channel before and on Instagram, and it's like, oh, how do you feel about it? So let me know, how do you feel about it? Do you like it when people crouch down to talk to you, or is it all in how they talk to you? Keep watching and I'll let you know my thoughts in a minute.
No, I think it's much better for me because it's hard to hear them, and it hurts my neck.
Because I don't want to look like a snob. Because if I'm like that, I look like a snob. And I don't want to be talking to someone's crutch.
This part of the guys, yeah, you always get hit on your face, right?
I have to say, I have never been hit in the face by a crotch. Actually, no, I probably have, you know, when bums, bums, hips, bags thrown in my face. I didn't want to think about it. But yeah, I have hypermobility. So to look up quite a lot for a long period of time, or it does start to hurt my neck. So, you know, if someone like kneels down next to me, absolutely fine. If someone pulls up a chair, if they can, even better. There's no problem in that, I don't think.
Straight to talk to me and then like look down and they don't know what to do, or they do this one where they put their hands on their legs and they go, hello, how are you? If you're kneeling down and talking 2 octaves higher, then it's inappropriate.
You wouldn't talk to another adult like that, so don't talk to a disabled person like that.
You can just stand up, I can look up and talk to you. When I talk to a tall person, I don't get on the stepladder to be eye to you.
I like to their heads a bit, and when they go down, I go down with them, and then they feel awkward, so they stand up, but I stay down.
I actually get them to sit down so they don't feel uncomfortable, and I sit next to them. And then they're like, oh, well, this is normal now.
Again, this is where disability is different for everyone. And in that situation, if you're a bit unsure, just ask.
Do you have a special little house with small furniture and lower fittings? No.
It's not like Alice in Wonderland. Everything's tiny. No, that's not our house.
When I lived with my family, yes, we had everything lowered.
Some people have had their houses adapted to be a little bit lower, and some people just have an average size house. When I'm in my wheelchair, I'm kind of like a similar sort of height, and I have had the house modified to suit me better. The kitchen just in there has got lowered surfaces. I've often thought if I have friends around who have short stature, they'll love it here because they can reach everything. And if you want to see a little bit more of my house and my house renovation journey, then feel free to check out this playlist here.
Are there health issues with being short-statured?
Yeah, you wear and tear a little bit.
With wheelchair users, you get a lot of complications through that, like wear and tear in your shoulders, in your neck. You can get pressure sores, etc., etc.
Next question. Oh, yeah. I knew I was going to get this one.
I bet I know what this is going to be. I bet I know. Do you?
How does sex work with full-sized people?
Ask your girlfriend, I'll tell you that now.
It works the same way, let me assure you. And it doesn't matter what size a human being is that you are having sex with, it's all great.
Just like with my wheelchair edition question, spoiler alert, we can all do it. And I'll leave it there.
Where do you shop for clothes? Are they cheaper?
A lot of people don't realise that our torsos are the same as every average height person. It's just our limbs.
I buy like a large jumper, but arms are like here.
So
Sometimes we can go to the kids section.
if I was seen in the kids section, I reckon the police would be called.
Kids' clothes fit me.
You know, for wheelchair users as well, we have had to be a little bit creative with our clothes and how they fit. I have had to buy clothes from the maternity section to make them more comfortable in a seated position.
Kids section, I always get pink.
And lace and sequins, and it's like when you buy pairs of kids' shoes, I think we take them home and we cut like everything off, like you cut the frills off and you cut the buttons off.
Kids' clothes are getting much better now because hipsters are having babies, and that's a good thing.
Kids are trendier now.
I have been known to shop in the kids' shoe department because 1, you don't pay as much tax on kids' shoes. 2, because I don't use my feet. They're very, very small with not much muscles.
If you have kids, will they be normal or short-statured?
What's normal?
I don't know. Normal.
This reminds me of the question that we had in the wheelchair edition that was like, do you ever get jealous of people with legs being lazy? Some of these questions are worded very, very strange. Oh, don't really like the word normal because, yeah, what is normal?
It will be normal even if they're short-statured.
I'm not a fan of the term normal, but if I have kids, my partner is average height, so 50-50 chance. They'll either carry my genes and have dwarfism, or they'll carry his.
I have 2 kids. They're both normal height, because my partner's normal height. But we can have both.
Obviously, yes, I was hoping normal because I didn't want him to have the life that I had. Picked on and all that, as much as it made me a better person, trying to get through that was a miracle.
Having a disability is not easy, but actually going through sort of like childhood and the teenage years is hard, speaking from experience.
Is dwarf throwing okay if the money is good?
Oh gosh, no.
You know, they go, where's the line of, you know, that's the line.
I think that, I don't know who invented that, but what an idiot.
I just think that's an insult.
Just how gross.
Good luck to someone who wants to pick me up.
Yeah.
They won't be able to pick me up.
Me neither.
I had actually never heard of this, but I don't like how it sounds.
Okay, so I do entertainment for a living. So I do bucks and hens parties and stuff. I get thrown, I get slammed, I get whatever. I do it for a hobby. But like I said, it depends on the individual.
I've argued with other little people about this. Why must you let someone pick you up and throw you? Like, what passion is that hitting?
For me, that is not something that I would want to entertain.
I don't question anyone else's job. You do what you're good at. I am good at entertaining.
It makes people think it's okay to use us as an object.
Quite interesting. I think everybody, apart from one person, is against this. But this point is going to be quite interesting, I think.
Why would you want to put yourself in that situation, and why would you then expect to be able to walk on the street and expect respect?
If you want to have respect, you got to respect yourself a little bit higher.
I don't want to disagree with you, but
You can disagree.
but in my country, entertainment would be just would be one of the limited means to get money. So I don't blame them.
What do you think?
Do you wish you were taller?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I did wish that for that,
Only on one occasion.
but that was when I was a kid.
In a way that I can sort of connect to this question would be, you know, would I want to be healed and not need to use a wheelchair? And every day I used to pray and wish I wouldn't be disabled again when I was a child growing up. It was horrendous. But now, having gone through the grieving process and come out the other side, the way my disability has shaped me, it has opened up many doors for me. I wouldn't want to change that. You know, I've been disabled over 30 years. I've never been an adult that isn't disabled. It would almost be like being in an alien country, a different culture, not being able to speak the language. I would find it really, really hard.
I guess, you know, you got to be happy with the body you've got. I wish I didn't have as hairy of legs.
Same.
But, you know, I'm happy with my hairy legs. I'm comfortable in them.
We are given stuff for a reason. And my reasoning, I think, is to show the world that little people are beautiful, no matter what.
I think that ends with a really nice message, and it's a similar sort of message that I live by, which is concentrate on what you can do, not on what you can't do. And, you know, if everybody in this world was exactly the same, then it would be a very boring and bland world.
So my wonderful friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video and you found it insightful. Make sure you click subscribe for more videos like this. And if you enjoyed this video, I think you will enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye!